Yeah, this doesn't feel like bisexual lighting. This feels like transsexual. I feel like the colors are too bright for this. Let me see. Hello, my children. Lord Bathory. Happy Pride Month to my fellow fag. And I guess to start off this video, to be real honest with you guys, these past few weeks I've just felt like shit, and I feel like to kind of alleviate all of those emotions, I figured why not record a video today. Now, today's video in particular is actually going to be a bit of a companion video, a required watch if you're someone who's seen the corpse paint video that I did a few months ago, because I explained what you needed to do corpse paint, but I didn't really do a good job of explaining how. I kind of just went on a really sexist rant about fake TikTok girls for like about 10 minutes or so, and I want to kind of alleviate that by actually showing you at least my corpse paint process. Not everybody does their corpse paint the same. Essentially, I'm just going to be doing my corpse paint and explaining my process, and then hopefully if you're someone who's new to corpse paint and just doesn't know where to start, these will be like really helpful, insightful tips on where you should go with your corpse paint. Now, before we get into this, I just want to say a lot of the points from that other video still stand. If you're going to do corpse paint, don't do Dead's design. Don't do Euronymous' corpse paint design. Because as much as I love both of these, TikTok got its hands on it and then ruined it, and now everybody that does it is a cornball. They always thirst trap with it or some other retarded bullshit. So if you don't want to get made fun of for doing corpse paint, don't do these or this, especially this. No jack-o'-lantern noses, because you're just gonna look really, really stupid. And you don't want to show up in the next ROC Bathory poser cringe reaction video. Unfortunately, this won't be as elegant as Bob Ross explaining how he does his landscape paintings, but I'm going to try my best to be a little cohesive with my explanation of things. Now, before you even decide to get the makeup out, have something to pull your hair back. Unfortunately, I have a bonnet. Or actually, no, I'm proud that I have a bonnet. It's Pride Month. What the fuck? Have something that can hold your hair back. I mean, I guess you could theoretically thug it out and then just like put your makeup on without having anything to put your hair up, but it's much less annoying and much less of a hassle if you have something that pulls your hair back, like a bonnet or some kind of headband. I don't know where my headband is, so I'm kind of compromising with the bonnet instead. Now, I guess where I start with my corpse paint is I just put my white on first. I use the Marin White Clown White Cream makeup. I'm not doing the Aryan joke twice because that was only funny once. I also, once again, use a sponge to put the white on my face. It reduces the brush stroke lines on my corpse paint, and it looks a little more uniform when you put it on. Now, when I originally started doing corpse paint, what I would do is my outlines first and not my white. I would essentially outline or draw out where I would put my eye design before I started putting my white on. And then I would put my white, I guess, kind of outside the lines, trying to avoid filling in where the black was supposed to go. I've been doing my corpse paint, especially the design that I do now, for so long that I kind of already know where I'm drawing my eyes and all my other designs and stuff, and I don't really need to like tell myself where I'm like painting the white, painting the black parts of my corpse paint. I just kind of know how much I need for both. So once you've put all the white on your corpse paint, what you're going to want to do next is kind of, I guess, set it. I use cornstarch for this process. Essentially, you just don't want your hair to stick to the corpse paint, and having some kind of powder, like a layer of powder over your corpse paint, is going to prevent that as little as possible. I will say, if you sweat really bad, this is going to be like a sensory nightmare for you. So fair warning before you get into this whole can of worms. But just start putting it on there, covering every inch of white on your face with cornstarch. If your brush like treads over the white parts of your makeup smoothly, then you've put it on correctly and it is applied on there pretty well. Don't do too little, but don't do too much either. Just do the right amount of cornstarch. It'll look really powdery. That's just going to be something that comes with the territory. But once you've got the powder on your face, it's also really messy. I should have explained, it's actually really messy. But once I set like my white with whatever powder, I move on to the black, very obviously. As I've said in the previous video, what I use for my black is the Marin Star Blend Cake Makeup. Pressed powder makeup. Right here. That's what the back looks like. This is what it looks like from the front. I just like the application of water to kind of like get the consistency that I want, because I also use this black for tears sometimes. Fuck, I don't know where my brushes are. That's great. A little bonus tip: know where your brushes are before you do your corpse paint. I kind of just jumped into this, and then mix it into your black, and when it's the right consistency and you're able to paint with it, just start drawing your design. So I really didn't have any kind of influence in my corpse paint design. I kind of just drew shit on my face, and then the longer and the more frequently I did corpse paint, the more I like fine-tuned the design. If you're someone who wants to do corpse paint and they don't know what to do in terms of design, a good way to start is to decide whether or not you want to look like a corpse or a demon. Generally speaking, you're going to want to look more like a corpse, but there are some people, me included, who try to go with like a bit of a mix between the two, where it's like, it's just barely recognizable as a person, but something still feels off. That's where I kind of go with my corpse paint design. And then from there, I decide if I want to look angry or if I want to look sad. And then for my design, I decided, originally I was going to look angry, but at some point when I started doing my corpse paint and I decided like where I should settle in terms of a design, I decided to just make my corpse paint more sad. Plus, I mean, regardless of whether you decide between the two, depending on what angle you're doing your corpse paint photos in, you're gonna look like both. Well, that's a little mistake there. If your star blend is a little too watery, you might risk having it drip down your face. You might make mistakes while you're doing your corpse paint, and that's okay, because you can maybe work those mistakes into your design. Sometimes my corpse paint design has like a little black nosebleed. Other times it doesn't. It really depends on whether or not I fuck it up on accident. I guess from here, I don't really, or I guess I could do the mouth. So I got my outlines done here. I know how I'm going to be painting everything. I should know how I should be painting everything at this point if I've been doing corpse paint for this long. But after I outline everything, very obviously the next thing to do is to just fill in the empty space. We are essentially pretty much almost done with this already. It shouldn't be that long. If I can find the brush I was fucking using. Oh my god. Dude, this is like starting to piss me off. This the brush? This is the brush. Okay. Found my brush. I'm really sorry, by the way, in advance. Or not, it's too late at this point. If I've explained all of this really horribly throughout the video, I'm so sorry, and I'm trying to salvage, like, what I can in terms of, like, helpful tips and pointers for corpse paint. But if you were just here to watch me do this, then I guess you still got something out of this, regardless of how horrible I am at explaining things. Gonna fill in the points first, all the tiny parts that my big brush can't fill in on here. And then I'm gonna do my eyes. Fuck, I splattered on my face. Pause. Fuck, man, it's dripping. And I'm gonna do crying. You know what? I'm gonna do crying. I'm gonna do a crying design this time. Why not? This isn't even a happy accident anymore. This is just like, I'm really fucking this up. And this is a video supposed to be teaching you how to do it correctly. Fuck. I mean, damn it, I messed up again. There are no things as mistakes. Or no, it's accidents. There are no... fuck. So, I mean, the hard part of doing the corpse paint is out of the way. Unless the white was the hard part for you. Otherwise, I don't have a response for that. I'm kind of just dumbfounded by that. But once you've, like, done this, you're essentially done with your corpse paint. You don't even have to do a design for the lips, but from this point onward, all you really need to do here is just put on your accents. Like I think I mentioned it earlier, but sometimes I alternate between, doing inverted crosses below my eyes or tears. It really depends on what mood I'm in for that day. But, god damn, it's in my eye. For the sake of this video, I'm going to be doing both just to show you what it looks like. I'm going to do my mouth first before I do either of those, though. Everything is going wrong in this video, and I don't know why. Dude. Or it's not in my... It's in my lash, and it's, like, fucking with me. No, it's in my eye. My eye is very gray. If you're going to be doing corpse paint, be smarter than I am about how you do it. Another bonus pro tip here. Have a little fun with your corpse paint. This is the most important rule of all. If you don't want to use a brush, then use your hands. And then you're pretty much done with the corpse paint. You could even stop here if you wanted to. Regardless of what I've explained throughout this video, what you do with your corpse paint is going to be what you do with your corpse paint. I'm just trying to give you some points on how I do it and just showing you my process of it. You could do whatever you want from here. You don't even have to add a mouth design if you don't want to. You can just add accents. To do my tears, what I like to do is get the brush especially watery, and then just dab my brush in, get as much water soaked up in there as possible, and then just let it drip down your face. Pause. You gotta go at an angle sometimes just to make sure that that flow looks correct. Jesus, bro. I'm really awful at this. Alright, I'm gonna put my hair down just to see how everything looks with my hair down. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And that's it. This is corpse paint. I guess if you want to really go all out, you could add some fake blood to your corpse paint. I don't know where my fake blood is at the moment, but... Actually, you know what? I know where it is. I used all of it. And I know exactly what I used all of it for. Abortion! But yeah, if you really want to look extra edgy and have that, edgelord status, that's the corniest thing that I've said on this channel. You can add fake blood. You can add fake blood. You can put it around your mouth, your eyes, have it coming out of your eyes, or just any orifice you can think of. Other than that, yeah. If you're doing corpse paint for the first time and this video helped, or if you're just doing corpse paint period and you need advice, send photos my way in the least creepy sounding way possible, because I just like seeing what you guys do. If you need advice or any pointers and you don't feel right about your design and where you want to go, just shoot a question my way, whether you're on Instagram or on the Discord. Both are linked in the description below. I've been Eros E Battery. I'll see you all in the next video. Leave the house, go touch grass, go to your local forest and look creepy. Scare some kids for all I care. Hell Satan. Fuck Trump.